Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, this makeup is inspired by Tems. I've just been in love with her makeup and we're gonna get into how I created it. Starting off, if you don't know who Tems is, she's a Nigerian artist. She has so many amazing songs. I really love her music, so I decided to create this makeup look that is inspired by her. I really love how her makeup artist goes like with her makeup. It looks ethereal and just really nice, and I love how she plays gold into her makeup look. So I definitely wanted to create this look. I haven't done a makeup look like this before, especially with the eye makeup and the amount of concealer that I applied. So yeah, I was really excited to recreate this look. I was trying to go for her straight eyebrows, but it didn't really work out, so I just did what I could. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and blend out the concealer under my eyebrows. Also gonna make sure to set that down with some translucent powder from One Size. And then I'm gonna go ahead and fill my eyebrows in. For eyeshadow, I'm gonna go ahead and prime my eyelids with some concealer. And then I'm gonna set that down lightly with some translucent powder, and I'm gonna prime my face before we start the eyeshadow. I intended to do my base before my eyes, but then I changed my mind. That's why I applied primer and went back to my eye makeup. So for primer, I'm using the e.l.f. Cosmetics Liquid Putty Primer. For eyeshadow, I'm using the Juvia's Place Warrior eyeshadow palette, and I'm gonna go into that light brown in my crease. Tems always has like a really nice feline look, and I am figuring out that is the way her wing is done. So I just started doing the outer portion of the wing, and then I decided to join the innermost corners into the outer corners of the wing. Usually when I'm starting my wing, I start out in the innermost corners, but I decided to start out in the outer corners so that I could get the feline look. And then I'm going into that gold shade. I'm gonna go ahead and trace the wing. So I'm drawing a line with the gold shimmer color on top of the liner, just following the liner, the way the liner looks. So instead of spreading the gold shimmer all over my eyelids, I am literally just putting that on top of the wing that I created. And I'm very heavy-handed with it because I want a lot of pigment, and as you can see, it looks so good. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave the eye look for now and focus on the base. I'm going in with my Maybelline Super Stay Skin Tint with Vitamin C. I'm using the shade 355 and I'm gonna blend that out with my Real Techniques Seamless Complexion brush. Now I'm going to go ahead and use this Lily eyelashes. They give like the cat eye effect and they are not very dramatic, so I really like them. So I'm putting that on top of my lash line, of course, so it just brought the entire look together. I really liked how this look was turning out. So I'm going to go ahead and lightly highlight my face with the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I realized that she has like a very bright under eye and the brightness is just focused at the center of her face. So that's why I'm using a concealer that's closer to my skin tone to conceal the rest of my face. I'm going to go back into my under eye area with lighter concealers, of course, just to bring the highlighted under eye back. Now I'm just going ahead to blend out the concealer under my eyes with the brush to make sure to cover up any hyperpigmentation before we go into with the second concealer. I'm using my cream bronzer from Juvia's Place in the shade Amber just to bring some sculpt back into my face. He also has like a very sculpted face, but it's more blush than bronzer, so I'm just being very light-handed with the bronzer. Now I'm going in with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Tan Sand Deep. I'm using this concealer because it's very full coverage and I want a very full coverage under my eyes. If you look at her makeup, you realize that her under eye is very full coverage and highlighted, and the concealer seems to be dragging down her face. Not dragging down in a sense that is messing up her makeup, but like the concealer is dragged down her face, probably because of the face shape that she has. So I'm just trying to mimic that. So I realized that the concealer was not highlighting enough, so I went in with a lighter concealer. This is also very full coverage. This is the e.l.f. Hydrating Concealer in the shade Tan Sand. So I'm gonna let that sit so I can build the coverage more. And I'm using my e.l.f. liquid blush in the shade Very Well. Like I said, she has a lot of blush on her face, so this blush is very pigmented and I really like the pink shade, so I decided to use that, and I feel like it just brought the entire look together. So I'm just blending that out with my brush. And then I'm going ahead to blend out the second concealer. It just gave me the amount of coverage and the highlights that I needed. Even though I went in with tons of concealer, I feel like I finally got the goal that I was going for. On a regular day, I wouldn't use this much concealer, but I really like the fullness of the coverage that she has, so I decided to do that. And to set down the concealer, I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Finish Powder in the shade Medium 2. I'm using that to set what's under my eyes because I have tons of concealer there. I want to make sure that that is set, and the shade that I'm using is very light, so it's going to help enhance the highlighted under eyes. And then I'm gonna go ahead and bake straight away. I'm using the One Size Loose translucent powder because I want to secure the bright under eye. I'm baking straight away just to ensure that that concealer is set and not going to break apart. To set my bronzer, I'm using the Juvia's Place Bronzed Powder Bronzer in the shade Tan. She also has the black tight lined eyes, so I'm going in with my kohl eyeliner from Wet n Wild just to line my lash line and bottom lash line together. And for blush, I'm using the Juvia's Place Powder Blush volume 4 because it's pigmented and I really like it combined with the e.l.f. liquid blush. So this just put everything together. To set the rest of my face, I'm using the Lip Bars Finishing Press Powder in the shade Brown Sugar Babe. I'm gonna go ahead and enhance the feline lash line eyeliner that I created, and I'm going back in with the shimmer shade. I'm putting that on my lower lash line just below my mascara, and you realize that that's what she has. She has the gold shimmer on her top and bottom lash line, so that is what I'm trying to recreate. I'm gonna go ahead and dust off the powder on my under eye area, and I'm gonna go in with some extra powder from Charlotte Tilbury, the pressed powder that I used to set my concealer before. Like I said, I want a very bright under eye and I want very full coverage. That's why I'm doing this much. And I'm just gonna go ahead and do some finishing touches with my nose contour. She doesn't have a very distinct nose contour. What I know is she has shimmer on her upper and bottom lash line, and she has a lot of blush going. I'm also gonna go ahead and literally bathe in setting spray because I used tons of powder. I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips with the Wet n Wild kohl liner in the shade Simmer Down Brown. And we all know that Tems has a very highlighted nose, so I'm going crazy with my highlighter. I'm putting that on the bridge of my nose and the tip of my nose, as well as my brow bone area and in the inner corners. Of course, I'm gonna go ahead and go over the shimmer that I put on my top lash line and the bottom lash line just to make it pop some more. And I'm putting some highlighter on the high points of my cheekbones. Yeah, so I feel like I got the look that I was going for. I was really happy that this turned out so good. For my lips, I went back in with my blush and I put that at the center of my lip just to give me like a little bit of a stained lip before I went in with my MAC Cosmetics lipstick in the shade Kinda Sexy. I put that on the center of my lip as well, and I just blotted that in with my fingers. And to top that off, I'm using the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb Cream in the shade Cupcaking. I feel like this shade was a limited edition because I couldn't seem to find it on the Ulta website. But yeah, this is pretty much it. Also, finally, I'm using some lower lash mascara, just very lightly because she doesn't seem to have a lot of mascara on the lower lash line. Yeah, so I feel like this look came out so good. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next one. Don't forget to like this video. Bye guys.